2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. The traffic in New York City making its way back and forth between Manhattan and the borough of Brooklyn. Our setting tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. D.A., take it away.
Good evening to you, Kevin.
Yeah, I love his game. That was a good report. Thank you. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Ball, Ilyasova out there with DeRozan, and it's Vucevic, and it's White in at the shooting guard position. And looking at the Nets, the post pair, Durant along with Griffin. Irving and Harden, the two-star guards. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Well, here we are, Clark, at the midway point of the season. Lots of guys banged up. Is it hard to decide for a player when to play through an injury and when to sit?
Yeah, you know, so many factors to consider there, Kevin. I mean, is the injury going to get worse by you trying to play? Is it a matter of pain tolerance and you won't do any additional damage? So that's the delicate dance you're trying to figure out when you're considering playing while not being 100%. The biggest one to me is obviously, is it a long-term impact if you continue to play?
Here's White following the basket by Blake Griffin. DeRozan with it. And it's Harden picking him up. Harris against White. 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic with the bucket.
Now that is a terrific cut to the basket by Vucevic. I mean, really excelling in the pick and roll set.
Left side, Griffin. And on the way from Irving for 3. That shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
The Bulls have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Now when Lonzo Ball entered the league in 2017, Greg, there were major questions about his shooting. And he struggled, of course, during his rookie year.
Yeah, and shooting 30% from deep and under 50% at the line. But credit to Lonzo. He's put major work into his stroke, getting that free throw percentage to over 75% during his 4th year in the league. And his three-point numbers, they've also improved greatly.
DeRozan, Griffin grabs the board.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Ball. Finished off the break.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Pass to Harden. Harris kicks to Harden. There's the drive, and Harden with the stop.
And Harden, an absolute vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, White. No good on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Well, that dribble gives KD the momentum he needs, and you can see his teammates already loading up with smiles as he explodes to the cup.
White against Harris. Here's DeRozan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here is Irving. He's definitely not pleased how he played against the Lakers. And Harris, wide open. He shoots. Yes! And it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And when it comes to handling the rock, Irving is second to none.
Greg, could not agree with you more. He is special in the highest form of special. Great ball handling skills, finishing ability with both hands. I don't know if I've seen a better finisher under 6'3" in the history of the league. You might have somebody in mind, but nobody's been better than Kyrie Irving at finishing and getting it done with his handles.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Griffin. Millsap comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Mills in for Kyrie Irving.
Really, it's a thing of beauty to watch Hollis Jefferson move the ball like that. I mean, he's a team-oriented guy who looks to make the pass as much as possible.
Now, here is Harden. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Lakers. Millsap kicks to Mills. To come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Chicago leading by 5. Ball from long range. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Brown outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Well, who's had the hot hand from the 2 position over the last 10 games? Highest field goal percentages right here on the 2K leaderboard. James Harden is second.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And not only can they light it up from the perimeter, but they get their buckets getting to the rim as well. I mean, aggressive moves to the basket are always going to help your shooting percentage. You got to get some easy ones to shoot a high percentage.
Now, here's Ball. He picked up 24 points in their last one against New Orleans.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story. I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Harden the pass to Aldridge. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
His first foul.
And, you know, Aldridge is a load to deal with. When he gets good position, you pretty much have to be physical with him.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bulls.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown. I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
It's Harden with the drive. And Harden with the stuff.
Harden's ball handling is absolutely off the chain insane. I mean, easily carving up the defense. Superb control. Got it on the string.
To the middle. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
From deep Harden. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think they were shocked.
Yeah, and you know, those losses really hurt when you can't get anything going your way, everything's going against you. Very frustrating.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Ball. Covered by Mills. 5 on the clock. Lets it go with a three. He can't get that one to fall. Bradley, he knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
Yeah, and the officials on the floor will make the final determination after reviewing the footage from the NBA's replay center. And we can follow along. We see what they're seeing.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor. But replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And Kevin Durant able to get his shot anytime he wants. But he points out
this league does not one-on-one defense, so it's a team defense. And, the best defenders.
I agree. Well, if they're locking teams up, they're awfully hard to stop.
And KD, with his length, probably underrated as far as his defensive impact.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Paul Millsap. Round out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Mills in at the one spot. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, the league remains in love with three-pointers, but DeMar DeRozan remains true to his game. He says, if I see 100 people walking left, that doesn't mean I'm going to do the same. I see this clear path, and once you stay right. Shooting threes, I feel like I'm settling. Whereas I think anytime I drive, I'm going to score or get fouled. Kevin, different strokes with different folks.
Yeah, but D.A., I love that strategy. Thanks for that story. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Harris is checked in for Hart, and Irving subbed in for Patty Mills.
Back in 2012, the Orlando Magic decided to move on from their franchise player Dwight Howard. They traded him in a mega deal involving 4 teams, receiving 6 players and 4 picks.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's DeRozan. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
And then that Dwight Howard deal, one of the pieces the Magic acquired, a 22-year-old center by the name of Nikola Vucevic.
And Vucevic only averaged 5 points a game as a rookie, Greg, but what a pickup Vucevic would turn out to be. Staying with Orlando for a long time and ultimately becoming an all-star. He's a highly productive player in the center position.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. And Chicago also making a switch. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Williams. KD's shot is off.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
He said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could do.
Here's DeRozan, the turnaround jumper. Count it. DeRozan's got 7.
Well, you can see the excitement in DeRozan's eyes when he gets these opportunities. I mean, he's a knockdown threat from there.
Irving dishes to Griffin. Vucevic with the block, and he gets it back. And he comes up with the deuce. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Here's DeRozan. Rebounded by the Nets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Durant finds Irving. The kick out to Brown. For three, Harris. No good on that one. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year. Vucevic trying to get open. Caruso, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Irving for three. Buries it from three-point range. Irving's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Chicago calls timeout, and competition is at the root of all sports. Certainly, sometimes, things get chippy. And as a player, Greg, how do you handle that aspect when emotions and physicality get going?
Kevin, you're always taught to control your emotions, but easier said than done. In reality, sometimes you have to man up. You have to let it be known that you're not going to accept things, and at the same time, you got to be smart. So the goal is to beat the other team, not literally.
The Nets making the switch here. Aldridge is checked in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
And that one's good. Durant.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Caruso, the pass to DeRozan. And here is Ilyasova. Vucevic trying to get over. Here's DeRozan. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the wing right side. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by the Nets. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
In addition to Ilyasova's ability to light it up from the perimeter, he also feels pretty comfortable in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. Knocks down the three ball.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Inside, here's DeRozan, and Durant sends it back.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
And it's off from three-point range. Clock management, this is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Paul Millsap's checked in for Griffin. James Harden comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Mills in for Irving. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Bradley's checked in for Vucevic. Wande Hollis-Jefferson comes in for Ilyasova. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Ball subbed in for Alex Caruso. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. .41 seconds left to play in the first half. Ball, the pass to Hollis-Jefferson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Ball's knocked loose. Hills with the steal. Harden with it. He's got 6. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Chicago.
1 second left. He's off on that one.
He's smart on the defensive end now. Millsap, very impressive. That IQ he has on defense, recognizes the move and then closes the airspace.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. He came in with something to prove tonight after having a very tough outing in their last game. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Looking at Chicago, Shaq, your thoughts?
Got to give some credit to the energy of their bench. Second-unit guys are trying to make a name for themselves tonight. And, you know, like the fire under the starters, baby.
And that'll do it for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Taking a look at the Bulls. We've got White. Vucevic is out there with Ilyasova. And it's DeRozan, and it's Ball in at the point guard position. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Clark, as good a scorer as ever. Durant just needs to stay healthy, right? Just to break all kinds of records.
I agree with that, Kevin. He is as lethal a scorer as we've seen. I mean, when you just talk about putting the ball in the basket, he's in the top 10 all time for my money.
It's DeRozan with the drive. And finished off by DeRozan.
Boy, that's a signature move from DeRozan, guys. Gets up ahead of steam, then finishes strong. Boy, I like that aggressiveness.
Harden against Ball, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got 5 rebounds tonight. Now the pass to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for Brooklyn.
You know, very few players have the license from three-point range that Harden has, and his license has no expiration date on it.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Griffin against Vucevic. Irving for 3. For 3, Durant. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Durant's ability to score in a lot of different ways is huge, and he makes it look easy.
The feed the ball. And Ball slams it in.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
The 3 from Harden. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And this is what happens when you let Griffin establish position. He will make you pay.
Chicago calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat.
We got t-shirts for everybody, but we only give it out to the loudest fans. You want one? Let's go!
checked in for Joe Harris. Patrick Williams, he's checked in for Chicago. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. DeRozan finds ball. Back to DeRozan. Over in the corner, White. Just 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Chicago making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Bulls trail by 8. Ball kicks to DeRozan. Griffin with some nice D. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got 9 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front when you look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
DeRozan scanning the floor. With the drive, that's a 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
For Brooklyn, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
You know, off the court, Kyrie Irving has done some incredible things. One example, financially supporting WNBA players who sat out the 2020 Wubble season. Kyrie is more than a basketball player, always engaged with the world around him, and always interesting things he has to say.
.156 left in the third. Williams kicks to ball. Back to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, G.A., right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nets.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. He's fouled on a shot that misses, but not by much. 2 free throws nonetheless coming up for him.
It's always awesome to watch Harden do his thing. I mean, he's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going straight into the contact on his drive. Excellent.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Chicago calls timeout.
The loudest and craziest fans right now are getting free t-shirts. Come on, who wants a t-shirt?
Bradley dishes to Williams. Here's Caruso, covered by Mills. Outside, ball. And again, Chicago, no good.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's really easy to see that Millsap is a tough guy. He doesn't mind mixing it up a little bit.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line 2 times.
Free throw drops for Millsap.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Here's Ball. He's got 13. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Can't ignore Millsap's defensive instincts. Excellent timing, rising up to block shots.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Caruso, covered by Mills. And that one's good, Caruso.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
Millsap finds Mills. Off target with his three. Bulls trail by 9. Here's Caruso. He has 6. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
You know, over time, Aldridge has really developed into a pretty good shot blocker.
Harden surveying the D, releases, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Harden's got 19 points.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We come back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Wing pairing, it's Harden and Harris. Paul Millsap out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Mills in at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And here's the fast break. Paul leading the way. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
And with Kobe White, you hate to see him settle. He's best when going at the rim. The defense wins if he takes that mid-range jumper.
And Greg, with Kobe White, he's a solid shooter, but teams have keyed in on him.
I just want to see him more in attack mode. He's a solid finisher when he gets in there, and it could take his game to the next level.
Hollis Jefferson in the post. Millsap on him. And it's sent back by Millsap. On the way, Harris. Pass to Aldridge. The three from Mills. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Bradley's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
What a nice finish. Hollis Jefferson showing you his bounceability there.
Here's Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Bulls. Now here's White. Stolen by Harden. Here's Millsap. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Nets lead by 8.
Decisive on the catch-and-shoot jumper from Millsap. He's not going to let that opportunity go to waste.
Poke loose. In transition, here come the Nets. Harris with the ball. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his second personal. First team foul. At the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the Australian Mills continues to prove his value. I mean, he's extremely good in the locker room. He hustles all the time. And he's a guy who earns and demands respect because of his attitude and consistency.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Paul Millsap. Here's DeRozan. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Boy, he's upped his intensity really in a big way tonight. No stopping him now.
Passes it to Mills. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Well, I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
White against Harris. White goes in. Here's DeRozan. And Durant sends it back to the inside. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Bulls trail by 12. Outside, ball. The dish to DeRozan. Goes up the baseline, and Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And the Nets making a change here. Irving's checked in. Harris against White. 4 on the clock. Driving the lane. And it's sent back by PD. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. James Harden is checked in for the Nets. Time called here, and the Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Thank you, David. Ilyasova against KD. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 10. And White with the stuff.
Tough play from White here. Hits the foul, but doesn't give up finishing what he started.
Alex Caruso is checked in for the Bulls.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Nets leading by 8. Here's Irving. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from DeRozan. White, wide open. He fires. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And, you know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent foul.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
And it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A wide open look here for Vucevic. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Durant, the pass to Harris. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. KD's got 4 assists now tonight.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Ilyasova against KD. 5 to shoot. Here's White. A shot that time, not on target. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. White against Harden. Outside Irving. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there, go get it.
And it's Vucevic missing. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Well, that's just strength there. That's what we call weight room. The power of Vucevic on display.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. From deep Harden. Chicago grabs the miss. Caruso looking for an opening. And he dunks it down.
And textbook. I mean, that move to the lane, you got to tip your hat on that one.
Well said, Greg. And Clark with some major elevation on the slam.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits and in our swing action, practice for the purpose. You know, whether it's shoot arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just get back to what we know. And that's execute, open to the floor, and trust it.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.